Hi guys, welcome back. Flower Power with me, Sid, and since the last episode I haven't done a huge amount. I've done some strip mining. Let me just get myself back into the right view. Turn the lighting indicator off. I was just lighting up my roof here. I've kind of built this little patio thing out here for no particularly strong reason. I've done a little bit more strip mining. I killed a witch, hence a couple of glowstone, skeleton, got a couple of bows and stuff, got mugged. Done a little bit more of that. Let me show you what we have got. We have got in here now, we've got 43 iron ore, and we have got 5 whole diamonds. Lovely. And a bit of lapis and redstone and yada yada. So, the problem we have at the moment, or one problem we have at the moment, is this iron pickaxe. Stone pickaxes obviously aren't hacking it. Iron is not so common. Obviously, we don't have ore doubling. We don't have lots of fancy gizmos for doing anything like that. So, iron isn't working out ideal. And there is an option in Botania, and it's called Terra Steel. Not Terra Steel, Mana Steel. Terra Steel is the next phase, which we want. And basically, to make Mana Steel, you throw some iron in the mana pool. Now, this is slightly more durable. It's about it's the same tier as iron. It's slightly more durable, but if we were to go and grab, I'm going to need more living rock. That's the first thing we're going to need to do. Let's run that off. And I would have ideally liked to have an ender pearl, but this is partially what this is for. It's so I can stare at endermen and then get them to come over if they're there in the morning. What we're doing? We're doing that, aren't we? Where's my axe? Bonk, bonk. So we'll get some more living rock done. We need to increase our mana production, because whilst these day blooms, and obviously you can see I made a bunch more, are not doing a bad job, they are not the best. They really are starting out mana production and not endgame. Now, there are a lot of options for endgame stuff which are not available to us right now. We could go with ender flames, that would be one thing, but again we need a ready supply of fuel for those, and I may put a few in just to assist. But what I thought we would go for is hydrangeas. So you got your munchdew, which eats leaves. If we're in a slime chunk, we can use in our slimers. We've got the nightshade, which is the equivalent of the day blooms for night, but it's about 50% as effective. Rosa Arcana is basically experience points, so if I were killing a lot. Thermalily is pretty good. It's quite expensive to make, and it does require us to have lava on hand. Now, we have got lava. We've got lava pools over there, so we could generate mana using lava, but we don't have any fancy dandy means of what's the word I'm looking for, pumping infinite lava. So we are going to need a diamond. That's the first thing we're going to need. And ideally, let's have a look at these hydrangeas. Actually, that's probably the first thing we should be concentrating on. Let me just get rid of some of this. Oh, that's changed. Put you away. Have we got any coal to hand? We'll stick about 8 in that and we'll cook that iron up. And hydrangeas, right. Let's get the book together. Get the book. So, orange mana. No, you are the hydrangea. You are a thermalily. Hydrangea is blue, cyan, pink. Now, I don't think I've really got much in the way of any of those. I haven't. My inventory is going to become a mess very shortly. Is the sun going down? No, it's miles away. Let's go. So we need pink and blue and cyan. Now, cyan are over here. So they're not. It's lovely, this plane, as you can just go, I need some flowers, and bonk, 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 we've got them. And we'll make maybe 4 or 8 of these if we can. These hydrangeas, because they are probably one of the better low tier semi-automated plants. We need blue, and we're going to need some pink. Let me just grab a bunch of these, eat a bit of a cow, and eventually we'll have like a big stock of these things anyway. So, I mean, did I not pick one up over there? I know they're not exactly uncommon. Right, we need pink ones. Pink, pink. If I were pink, where would I be there? Magenta. Look across the horizon for pink flowers and shout out if you see any. I know it won't actually help at all, but they're red, magenta. Come on, pink ones, where are you? There's got to be some pink flowers around here somewhere. There. I see them. Boing, boing, boing. Right over on this headland over here. Perfect. Big patch of them. Right. So we need to... Oh, there's another one. There we go. Now, if we check the book again, it was 1 pink, 2, 3 cyan, and 1 blue. But 2 of those cyans are 2 of those are listed as mana petals, and they're basically your petal chucked in a mana pool. It's that simple as that. I love this. Grass my and if you shift and right click on it, it will open up the Minecraft wiki, which is really handy. This you can look at any block and it will tell you. You can basically get the detail from the Minecraft wiki on it, which is pretty handy. Anyway, so we need, I'll make 4 of them to start off with, so let me work myself out here. So I need to do 2 pinks, 4 blues, 1, 2, 3, 4, and half of those need to go into a mana pool. So what we do is basically take those, hover over there and go 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives us 4 blue mana petals, 4 mana petals, and then we need, what was it, 3 each of those, so I need 12, don't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those will make 12, and 4 of them need to be mana petals. So that should be everything we need. We're going to need some seeds. Let me just go and do a quick crop harvest. This is why the village was such a godsend. That'll be enough, I think. Well, if not, I'll harvest some more. Yeah, we do need more. Come on, stop being tight-ass with your seeds. Wheat. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, that's enough. Right. Let us cook some flowers in the old petal apothecary. We'll stick you away. Take those few seeds as well. So we've got 2, 1 of each of those, and 1 of each of those. We need our bucket. So let's get some hydrangeas cooking, shall we? Now, as I say, hydrangeas are particularly good because they are automatable. Oops. In the simplest fashion, and they produce more mana than the day blooms, and obviously they work at night as well, which is really handy. And the way these work is really quite simple. They eat water source blocks to generate power. So if you set up your area with infinite water source near them, then they will produce quite a lot of mana in a completely automated fashion. Let me just get myself back down here. So we've got 4 hydrangeas. Is it night? It is. Let's sleep quickly. Need to come up with a way of getting mana pearls easy. Now there is a flower in this which will help us in this respect quite a lot, but not right now. And again, there's not any. Do I want another mana spreader, or should I just? If I do it, let's have a look. If I go here and make a 3x3, that should be. Let's have a look. So you are reaching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think they go about 5 or 6 away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one here might be too far away if I place, well, not if, when I place one there. But these should be okay. So we're going to need some water to make an infinite water source. Let me just borrow you. Let me go one. Oh, not there, idiot. So easy. Alright, I just need another water source. I don't think I've got one to hand anywhere closer, so we'll just go and borrow this. Should harvest some spuds actually and cook up some food as well while we're at it, but so that gives us our infinite water source. Let me take a hydrangea. It has to be on the same level. And another one there. Another one there. And another one there. And you can hear them drinking. If you listen very carefully, you can hear a slurping sound. So, checking these. That one is bound to that. This one is out of range. This one is definitely out of range. Yeah, we've got an issue here that these are not close enough to the thingy, so to the mana pool. But it is going to pulse faster. So what we need to do next is, well, first things first, just grab this living rock. And I'll grab this living rock. I don't need it all, but grab it anyway. We're going to need to make another mana spreader for and we'll position it over the water there and point it at this so they're all paired to that rather than via this one. But the first thing I want to do is make a mana diamond. So that will give us some mana diamond. Now you can use mana pearls, as I say, but I haven't got any, so yeah, that's not happening. Take a ring of 8. Put that will give us a mana tablet, and the mana tablet is pretty cool device. I need some more gold. I'm running very low on that. What have I got lots of that I don't need lots of? Mystical light blue. We'll break you down, and we'll make another mana spreader all the way around. Got a bit of dirt, just a scaffold on. And then we can, well, let us position this mana spreader here. And then we will just remove you. Now, this wand will show you where, if you hover over a thing, it will show you where they're paired to, and you can see this mana spreader is pretty full. If you shift and right click, it goes into bind mode and you get this little green item, so we can shift and right click on this and shift and right click on that, and then that is now paired. So all 4 of these are paired to that, but of course that's not firing anywhere. So You can try and position it manually by right clicking in normal mode, but if you shift and right click and then shift and right click on the target, it will automatically target that and the world will be a good and happy place. Now there's really not much mana in there at all. That is going to take a while to fill up, and I will probably do the same again here. We'll need another mana spreader for that, and I'll need to relocate these. So we've got like 8 of these hydrangeas working on it, and that should, you can see that's actually filling up fairly quickly now. Well, it's not very visible, but that bar is going up pretty quick. So I'm going to make another 4 of these guys. I'm going to get us another one set up, move one of these out of the way, and I'll be back with you in a mo. Okay, I've moved this over a little bit and made a little double one. I think there might be, I'll experiment with designs for this, but there may be a better way to do this. Maybe some kind of tower structure with multiples of these going up. This, as I say, seems to have a range of about 6. Looking at, well, let's come over here. This guy here is bound. That guy there is bound. So that is, well, and this guy back here is bound. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm wondering whether we could get away with a tower of these with, you know, a mana spreader in the middle and then some kind of setup to keep that going. I'll experiment with that, I think. But the important thing is we're producing mana. We're not producing a huge amount of mana, but we're producing more than those lot. So if we go into here and look at this, you can see the function mode is accepting mana from items. If we shift and right click, that will go to sparing mana to items. We can chuck our mana tablet in. It will not despawn while it's there as well, but that will basically suck up the mana. There is really not much in there, but that will do us for now. Now the nice thing with mana steel and terra steel is wood. We need a little bit of wood or stick or anything. There we go. It repairs itself using mana. So when we are strip mining, get a mana. Oh no, we can't do it like that. We need to do one more thing. Yeah, have to use living wood for the handle. So we get a mana steel pickaxe. We've got mana in the bar, and first things first, it has a function. If you right click with it, it will place a torch. Pretty cool. Now if I were to go, let me just go and put you in there. If I were to go and just mine a little bit of something, this gentleman's house, no, yeah, why not? Doesn't really matter, does it? You'll see durability as normal. However, if I were to go now and pick up my mana tablet, that durability will repair itself. Bang. So that means we can mine for longer, get more resources easier, and you know, everything is coming up. Well, if not roses, I'm going to just take all my Botania flowers out of here. Got any more Botania-y stuff? Oh, so you know, you miss things like living wood can come out and living rock can come out. I'm going to have another chest just for Botania stuff, I think. You miss things like the auto inventory. I may add that just because. It's such a useful tool, and it doesn't really alter the theme of the pack. So that's all my Botania bits and pieces, and then that means we can stick all of these. Keep the bow. I've only got 2 arrows, but I can always get more. You and you can go in there, and that's good. So what I would like to have ultimately is a full set of terra steel, mana steel items. I would like a full set of terra steel items, but that's a long way off. So, well, let's just go back and we can have a look at some of the items we've got. So we've obviously got things now. Sparks, we are, I think, a long way off because we need blaze powder for sparks. So all of this stuff, mana lenses, all of these are a long way off, really. Mana star, I don't know what that. Oh, that just basically tells you if you're losing or gaining mana. Okay, well, I've never actually. There's new plants in this I've not played with. There are a whole bunch of baubles, so we can do a band of mana, which combine a mana tablet with some mana steel creates an easily worn ring that functions exactly like a tablet. So that frees up an inventory item. We would need 4 steel for that. My favourite, the ring of magnetisation. There's a whole bunch of useful items in here. There is one I want to actually play with, just because I've never done it, and it's very easy to do, very quick to do. So let me just. There is a thing in this called a tiny potato, and it really is just a kind of a silly item, but let's throw you in there. And this is our tiny potato, look. Now if you're playing single player, he's a little friend for you. He's just someone to keep you company. Apparently he does talk to you as well when he's happy, and you can name him in an anvil. So yeah, totally pointless, but there you go. Right, I need to think about a design for these to see if we can't improve the efficiency somewhat. So let me have a think, and I will be back with you in a mo. Okay, I've had a play around in a creative world, and I have come up with a design which might be a little more optimal than this. Not a huge amount more optimal than this, but it will get pretty much 3 layers of this going. But to do it, we're going to need some wood. So let us get a decent axe going for starters. And then I can go and chop down some trees. We'll also need to make another, it's another 16 hydrangeas, which is going to be not a problem, but you know. I only needed 1 of those, didn't I? 2 of those, I should say. Okay, you are retired, sir. Let me pop. I'm going to keep my tiny potato on me for company. I'll pop you in there. So that's good. What time is it? It's coming on go to sleep time. So let me, while we're just waiting for that, take a little bit of damage. Get my mana tablet on the bar. That's probably useful. Let's just go and try this out. See. Now that is at 890. Let us chop down a few oaks, because I want some fences. The fences are purely decorative. Still at 890. So we can chop. It's obviously a damn sight better than having to rebuild everything every 5 minutes. The mana is effectively free once we've got the generation running. Well, 891. So it's not going to last forever, but it will give us pretty much a good start. So I'm going to sleep. I'm going to grab some other woods, probably from that dark oak forest, 892, and then I'll get the first layer built with you guys, and then we will proceed from there, I suppose. But this should work and give us a reasonable level of mana production. I am going to just top up my mana tablet, 866, and then what we will do is probably get a shovel and a sword made and armour in Terra Steel. Oh, there you go. Oh, he's lively. Just befriend. Ah, you can make him love you by tickling him. Pick him up again. Tiny potato. He's going to have a name once we get to a point where we've got an anvil. Just because, really. It'd be wrong not to, wouldn't it? And obviously we're going to need a few more things. But the nice thing is with these is it's automated. You just forget about it, leave it, let it do its work, and eventually, before you know it, you'll be in a situation where you have full mana pool. You're coming back to full mana pools and you've got nothing to use it for. But for now, I want a whole bunch of looks a bit dangerous. A whole bunch of wood, and we're going to need to make quite a few more of those hydrangeas, but I think dark oak, because it's, well, it's very easy to harvest for one, isn't it? So I'll grab this, we'll get the layers done, and I will show you what my plan is. And the nice thing with this particular plan is it only uses one mana spreader, so we're not wasting, because I say, at the moment my limiting factor for mana spreaders is gold. I only have one more, and I'm certainly going to need some gold later for, how are we doing there? Yeah, this is going to be much better for me than having to waste precious resources on, you know, replacing broken tools every time we manage to break one. So yeah, I'm just going to grab a couple of trees worth, maybe 3 trees worth, and I'll be back in a mo. Okay, so the design is basically the same kind of layout. We've got a pool, we've got this going on, the plants will go here, here and here. There'll be a mana spreader about halfway up, and what we will do then is you take your, once you've got this layer done, we go and close. I made a mana steel shovel as mana steel shovel as well. While I was at it, might as well have the whole tools, and you cover this one over, and then you do the same again here. You get some dirt. Damn it, generic. That's your fault. Pop in the dirts there for prettiness. Just stop those off. It doesn't really matter. This is whether you're functional or whether you're building things. So that would give me 2. And then what we need, hang on, let me get this right here. That's where the spreader is going to go. So at this point we will pop you here. I need to get some ladders. And basically you rinse and repeat that until it's 3 high, and then you duplicate it on the other side, and your mana spreader goes in the middle with the pull on the top, or however you want to do it. We're going to try to make it work to that pull somehow, but we are going to need some ladders to help us climb that. So let us just get a little bit going here, and let's not do that on this side, let's do that on the other side, shall we? Yeah. So we got the ladder goes in, bonk bonk, and then obviously there would be another block here. Right, I'm going to sleep, build the next layer, and then transfer the stuff over into the first tower, and then I'll build the second one. So I'll be back in a mo. Okay, I've got the structure in, so this is it. In my test world I had the thing pointing up and generating the mana at the top there, but for this one I've taken out this connector. There is a way we can get a penetrating lens which would go through that, but for now this is more than enough. I've made a whole bunch of these. I had to go hunting around like an idiot to find the thingies, and so that will give us a total of 24 of these guys running automatically, and that should give us, at least for this early doors position, you know, quite the reasonable level of production. Now I'll leave those day blooms in for now. I should probably close that off as well. And there's no point going any higher because the mana spreader won't reach that high if we go any further up than this. But you should see now that that mana spreader is more or less pulsing continuously. There's no real cooldown there, so that should come in really useful for that. Now, the only other thing I want to do is to prettify this thing up a bit. I say prettify, you know, I use the word very loosely, and then make sure that the top is illuminated and not having any spawnable areas, really. Not there. Now we could go apeshit and make this a really, you know, impressive design. I can't see the point. I think as long as it's reasonably good, then so if we pop a torch here and a torch here, let me have a look at my F7, and then we will have, I need more fence. Typical. Torch there, and bang, and I'll get those two. Torch there, and then maybe a torch here, and that should leave everything pretty much spawn proof and good. Now we've got the mana production going. Let me turn you off, and we can do one more thing, which is grab. Let me have a look. Got a whole bunch of iron in there. Let me go and just check this out. I'd say, and I'll put that fence on a bit later on. So we should find that now this is going pretty well. Let me go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just for now. And you know, we are going to want a lot of iron, so we are going to have to do a lot of mining. But the other thing is, I want to feel a little bit more safe. So we'll have a mana steel chestplate, for example. Now, again, this has the same advantage as we need a mana steel sword as well, don't we? The same advantage as the tools. It doesn't take durability damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, and that should be everything we need for thing. Let me just get another batch of living wood on as well, or two. Bunk, and grab some of that one. Let's say it doesn't care what you put in there, so. But at least we'll be armoured. We'll have, you know, a good solid, what's the word I'm looking for? A base of technology. We've got the booties, we've got the hat, well, not in there, and the boots. And if I've got, I just have enough. So if I go thunk and thunk, that will give us a mana steel sword. It's the same damage. It just doesn't have the durability issues that the other kit has. So yeah, that kind of puts us in a better position. We've got a mana tablet, which is not particularly well full at the moment, but we can soon get that filled up a little bit more. I'm guessing you're full there. Well, that's better anyway. But it's going to take a while for this lot to generate, and we are going to have to just wait for that. That's it's going to be one of those facts of life things that I can do some mining or something while we're waiting on that. Let me just get some more fence going, and we'll get that finished off. But yeah, so we are starting to get to the point where we're getting a usable amount of mana. We're using it to produce our more mundane protection, and what I'm thinking is maybe I'm going to need more, but maybe then take it up and go and have like a walkway area around the top. But yeah, we can get on with that, that's not a problem. I'll finish prettifying this up off camera, and but no damage, and obviously there's no damage to the armour, which is the crucial bit. So we're now in a much safer position. I'm feeling much happier with this, and we're just going to be waiting for these guys to do the work, really. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you tomorrow for our third installment, and bye for now.